What up, peoples? It's your boy K-Blao with X. If you like, share, subscribe, etc., etc., etc. I'm bringing this down real quick. Just want to do an update from yesterday. We were talking about the stomach, intestines, stuff like this. I found an article. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find the one. No? Let me see if I can find this. This looks, no. No. Let me find. Vomiting, yes. Uncontrollable vomiting due to marijuana use on the rise. Right? We were talking about yesterday how the intestines betray you. Trying to own spirituality, higher self, 7 chakras, trying to reach the crown chakra, the purple chakra. Well, you're going to mess up your orange chakra, your stomach chakra, playing games. All right? So it says, CNN, unusual illnesses on the rise in the United States, especially in states that have legalized marijuana. Habitual users of cannabis, including teenagers, are showing up in emergency rooms complaining of severe intestinal distress. They are writhing, holding their stomach, complaining of really bad abdominal pain and nausea. They vomit and then they just continue to vomit whatever they have in their stomach, which can go on for hours. They often say they took a scalding hot shower before they came into the ER, but it didn't help. That's when we know we have a case of cannabis hyperemesis syndrome, or CHS, a bizarre condition. Cannabis hyperemesis syndrome burst upon the medical scene in 2004 when a group of Australian researchers wrote about 19 chronic marijuana users who had repeated episodes of abdominal pain and retching. Ugh. The researchers followed 9 of the patients over time and found symptoms went away when the cannabis use was stopped, but returned when it restarted. Oddly, over half of the 19 reported using extremely hot baths or showers to self-treat their symptoms. As more and more cases of CHS began to appear, hot bathing as a home treatment has become a recurring theme. I don't know what that is. I read, like, what do they call it, the Wim Hof method. You're supposed to take cold showers. You know what I'm saying? That's called the Wim Hof method. It's supposed to help you out, but is what it is. Patients often say, it's always in the evening when I get this nausea, vomiting, Wang said. So they tell me I go take a shower and it gets better. Then it happens again the next night. It's pretty universal for these patients to say they need a really, really hot shower or a really hot bath to improve their symptoms. Why hot? That's not entirely clear, said Wang, who is THC is the main psychoactive compound in weed that has access to the body's pain receptors. So one theory is that the distracting sensation of the extreme heat interrupts the pain cycle, thus easing the symptoms. To compound the strangest of new disorder, THC and other cannabinoids in the marijuana plant have been used for pain relief, paradoxically relieving nausea and vomiting in cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy. However, despite the popularity of marijuana as a painkiller, studies results on its effectiveness have been mixed. Still, why would the same compound relief also cause pain? Among the myriad of possibilities, dosage levels, Wang points to the ever-increasing potency in THC in today's marijuana products. It's been well documented that the amount of THC that now comes in cannabis is increasing substantially. In the 90s, the average was like 4%, maybe 5%. Reggie, which is mid-grade. Now in Colorado, it's anywhere between 15 and 20%. Another mystery, not all heavy users of weed are affected by CHS. It is not entirely clear who is predisposed to getting it. Wang said it is a certain frequency or duration of use. Is it a specific potency? Is it a specific type of product? We don't have that data. The research is spotty. To fully understand and treat and prevent the new disorder, researchers need to document cases and compare symptoms. But CHS is so new that it doesn't have a medical diagnosis or insurance billing code. It's a moving target. To do the research, scientists look at medical records for reported cases of repetitive vomiting and compare those to marijuana usage in the area. Wang and his colleagues did just that in Colorado, where recreational marijuana was legalized in 2014. The use of medical marijuana had been legal since 2009. Wang's analysis published Friday It's found over 800,000 cases of reported vomiting in Colorado between 2013 and 2018. That was approximately 29% increase since marijuana was legalized in that state. The highest in the country with no prior marijuana dispensaries. So you connect the dots, all right? More than a third of vomiting cases were people 25 years of age or younger. This is not a rare problem, Wang said. When an adolescent comes in with cyclical abdominal pain and vomiting, my colleagues know to ask about cannabis use. It's pretty common practice to see this and diagnose it and treat it. All right. The immediate treatment consists of anti-nausea medications and IV fluids to combat dehydration from the vomiting, but patients also go under a battery of tests to rule out other causes. Let's see. This don't look too much important. Data shows that CHS is a national problem between 2005 and 2014, when only medical marijuana was legal in most states. In 2020, study found that nearly 1 in 5 people hospitalized for cyclical vomiting in the U.S. reported concurrent cannabis use. As of April 17th, states and the states and D.C. have legalized recreational marijuana for adults, while 36 states and several territories have medical marijuana laws on the books. All right. A Pew survey found of the majority of U.S. adults, 60% say marijuana should be legal for medical and recreational use. In adolescent and grown adults, that's where there's a growing concern about habitual use and the effect on the physical and mental health. All right. So everybody want to roll out the weed. Everybody want to start smoking weed every day. So what's gonna happen? They say too much of one good thing, too much of anything is a bad thing. Obviously, some people use marijuana for medical use, but just like if you take a whole bottle of Tylenol and you know, they say don't take, any pill, you go past what you're supposed to normally go past, and yeah, you're gonna run into some type of side effects, and that's what sounds like is happening here. I just did a video yesterday speaking on similar things as far as gut issues, smoking, drinking, studying the wrong things, not having a good practicality when it comes to your spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Even when you talk about things like the 7 chakras, the solar chakra, you know what I'm saying? People talk about eating orange things or drinking orange juice or wearing orange and stuff like that. Ultimately, I don't think wearing orange or drinking some orange juice or eating some carrots is going to fix this situation that's going on. So ultimately, I think the best thing you're going to have to do is this guy. Ultimately, I think the best thing you're going to have to do is, change your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And one of the best things you can do with that is to get a real good understanding of the way that these things are written in the Bible, okay? All of this stuff I'm showing you, you know what I'm saying, can be found in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a good spiritual insight on these things, in that, like, even in the Garden of Eden, you know what I'm saying, when Eve bit the apple and gave it to Adam, it was about a change of mind. You know what I'm saying? They weren't operating in a normal mind, you know what I'm saying, that they were born with. You know what I'm saying? You go back to when you was a kid, maybe 12, 13 years old. I don't know when you started smoking weed, or if you started smoking, drinking, or whatever type of, mind control, mind altering substance, or even, certain levels of being addicted to spirituality, even being addicted to social media, stuff like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff is sort of symbolic of what you're talking about, the forbidden fruit, you know what I'm saying, in the Garden of Eden. And like, once you go down that road and you're not operating off your own original mind, these are the things that come along with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to go right to your gut. And also in Genesis 3, it says something about the serpent being cursed, and he had to crawl in his belly and eat from the dust of the ground, saying because it went against the grain. It's similar of, like I say, your intestinal tract, which is literally the first thing they remove from your body when you die, because it is constantly rotting already, because it is cursed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful what you eat. You got to be real careful what you put in your body. I'm saying, I recently stopped smoking. You know what I'm saying? It's had major improvements on me. It wasn't easy. It's still not. Every day I wake up, I got a blunt sitting in the next room, just sitting like an emergency blunt. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there, because it's not easy to stop smoking. You know what I'm saying? For me. But the one thing I ain't gonna lie that did help more than anything was when I got prolotherapy. I got a shot put in my neck and in my hip, which is for prolotherapy for neck pain and the vagus nerve. Once I got that, and my vagus nerve started to get back into a more state of balance, you know what I'm saying? It became real easy for me. I ain't gonna say real easy, but it was a lot easier for me to control the urges of smoking. Because for one, I didn't want, like, you know, the doctor was telling me, you know, you don't want to, I couldn't take no Tylenol. I couldn't take no pills. I couldn't take anything. And I was in pain. Like when they hit you with that shot, you be in pain. It's a lot of pain, you know, and I wanted to smoke and I wanted to, you know, take some pills and stuff to deal with the pain, but I couldn't. And the doctor told me, he's like, man, if you really want this to work, don't take no type of mind altering substance. Don't take no liquor. Don't take no pills. Don't take nothing. You got to let this do, you got to let your body heal. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, like it was really hard not to do that, especially when I was in a lot of pain. But I bit down and I bit the bullet and I haven't smoked since. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen a lot of success, like, you know what I'm saying, with my stomach, with my vitamin regimen I showed y'all yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So you know, like I say, the flesh will betray you. Your intestines will betray you. Your flesh, like the fleshly nature of things, will betray you. You got your mind. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah. That shit, you know. So you want to listen to your mind more so than your body. You know what I'm saying? Because once the body take over, you know, the body don't control the mind. The mind's supposed to control the body. Once the body start controlling the mind, then yeah, there's a reversal process going on, and more than likely, some type of serpent energy, which in voodoo they call Loa. You can look that up, L-O-A. You know what I'm saying? Or this is where law came from. You know what I'm saying? Some type of serpent, like a boa constrictor. You know what I'm saying? Like some type of serpent energy. You know, it's the same thing they call it on the seducers. You see the two snakes doing like this? Like, yeah, a second snake that took over your intestinal tract, and you know, line up your 7 chakras and all that shit they call it, you know. Yeah. Ain't no point in studying 7 chakras when you got a whole nother set of demonic chakras and took over them chakras. You think you trying to balance your chakras. No, you balancing some shit that was put in you, especially if you continually smoking and continually living the lifestyle while telling yourself that, you know, I can still smoke and study spirituality. I can still drink and do spirituality. I can still, you know, keep cursing and keep, you know, living, doing however I want to do it. So saying, doing this type of spirituality, you're going to type of run into these type of situations. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, mind you, I'm still guilty of a lot of these things myself. I'm still working on myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who this is calling me. But I'm gonna have to end this video here because I gotta take this call. So we'll talk to y'all later. You did. Hello? Listen. Damn telemarketer. So it's Friday, it is Smith Day. Y'all know what that is. But I was pretty much done with this video anyway. If you got any comments, you're saying leave them at the bottom, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But man, y'all take care of yourselves, man. And you know, I keep y'all in my prayers, you know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all keep me in y'all prayers. You know what I'm saying? We all in this together. So on that note, you